Tiger King reviews and what you need to know. Want a chance to win a free Amazon gift card? Wait till the end to find out how. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. What is it about? Tiger King. Murder, Mayhem, and Madness is a 2020 American true crime documentary miniseries about the life of zookeeper Joe Exotic. Released on Netflix on March 20, 2020, the series focuses on the small but extremely interconnected society of big cat conservationists such as Carole Baskin, owner of Big Cat Rescue, and collectors such as Exotic, whom Baskin charges of mistreating and exploiting wild animals. A special hosted by Joel McHale was released on April 12, 2020, with McHale interviewing some of the stars about Exotic and the show itself. Top movie critic reviews. Mark Shanahan, Boston Globe. I learned a few ugly yet important truths that make Tiger King worthwhile. Thumbs up. Sophie Gilbert, The Atlantic. The series is a carnival sideshow, not unlike Joe Exotic's Central Oklahoma Park. You see the sign on the side of the road and you stop. Not because you want to, necessarily, but because it's there. Thumbs down. Camilla Long, Times, UK. It was one of those shows you hungrily watched, only to realize you'd learned almost nothing. Thumbs up. Hugo Rifkind, Times, UK. The very best thing about Tiger King is its endless supply of bombs, that it drops on you exactly when you're starting to think that this whole world couldn't possibly get any stranger. Thumbs up. John Doyle, Globe and Mail. In anxious pandemic times, a brief encounter with the truly weird is catharsis, a kind of cleansing experience. Thumbs up. Bill Goodikuntz, Arizona Republic. Tiger King aims to be lurid in every second of its existence, and it hits the mark squarely and often. Thumbs up. Adam Graham, Detroit News. It's a tiger of a tale, exotic in an understatement. Original score, A+. Thumbs up. Cast, Joe Exotic's team. Joe Exotic, founder of GW Zoo. John Finlay, husband of Joe. John Rinke, manager at GW Zoo. Kelsey Staff Safair, zookeeper at GW Zoo. Eric Cowie, zookeeper at GW Zoo. Rick Kirkham, TV producer of Joe Exotic TV. Travis Maldonado, husband of Joe. Joshua Don, Joe's campaign leader. Alan Glover, hired as hitman. Dillon Passage, third husband of Joe. Other cast members: Carole Baskin, CEO at Big Cat Rescue. Antle, director of the Institute for Greatly Endangered and Rare Species. Howard Baskin, husband of Carole. Jeff Lowe, new owner of GW Zoo. James Gartenson, investor in GW Zoo. Tim Stark, founder of Wildlife in Need. Mario Tebro, Big Cat owner and drug dealer. Want a chance to win a free Amazon gift card? Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and answer this question in comments. Winners will be chosen randomly in comments, so make sure to come back and see. Name one celebrity who purchased an endangered big cat from Tiger King. Tiger King revolves around the deeply interconnected society of big cat conservationists and collectors in America, and the private zoos and sanctuaries that have set up these rare and deadly animals. The main subject is Joe Exotic, the eccentric proprietor of the GW Zoo in Winewood, Oklahoma, and his unpleasant years-long dispute with Carole Baskin, CEO of Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Carole Baskin presents herself as an animal rights activist whose duty is to make a refuge for big cats raised in captivity. But Joe Exotic claims that she's purely a rival zookeeper whose aim is to abolish her competition. The two exchange threatening videos, legal accusations, complaints, and targeted harassment battles, in which PETA and the United States Fish and Wildlife Service become involved. Joe Exotic goes so far as to accuse that Carole Baskin killed her second husband, Don Lewis, who has been missing since 1997. Joe Exotic's personal life becomes a subject of curiosity, mostly about his unofficial three-way same-sex marriage to Travis Maldonado and John Finlay, and his succeeding relationships with them and future husband Dillon Passage. His 2016 run for president of the United States and 2018 run for governor of Oklahoma are documented with the support of his campaign manager, Joshua Don. Producer Rick Kirkham relates the rise and fall of Joe Exotic TV, a sort of podcast that Kirkham is expected to progress into a TV series until his footage is inexplicitly destroyed. Tiger King then accounts the preceding leadings up to Joe Exotic's sentence under federal murder-for-hire statutes when he revealed that he hired a hitman to murder Baskin. His verdict also includes violations of the Lacey Act and Endangered Species Act and results in a 22-year federal prison ruling. Other people from the exotic animal community are introduced, including Antle, an animal breeder suspected of leading a personality cult, Mario Taburo, an ex-drug lord who is involved in animal trafficking, Jeff Lowe, a Las Vegas playboy to whom Joe Exotic turns over his zoo for legal reasons, and James Gaterson, who becomes a private informer for the federal government and an important figure in making the case against Joe Exotic. Former GW Zoo employees such as manager John Rank and animal wrangler Kelsey Staff Safry closed to the series by remarking that the animals themselves were forgotten in the midst of this all interpersonal fighting and that no party has truly come out triumphant. As a result of the Tiger King series, multiple sports people who had used to own exotic pets were probed about their actions. Retired boxer Mike Tyson said that he was foolish and wrong to have kept 2 tigers in his home in the 1990s. Retired professional basketball player Shaquille O'Neal, who appears in the show saying he bought 2 tigers from Joe Exotic, said in an interview after the show's release that he had never had any business dealings with him. Because of Tiger King, numerous internet memes targeted Carole Baskin for her speculated involvement in the disappearance of Don Lewis, her second husband. The Independent's Kathleen Walsh speculated that the show's treatment of and the public response to Baskin has been misogynistic. Elle noted that Baskin was depicted as hypocritical for keeping the tigers in captivity rather than releasing them, without clarifying that doing so was not a choice. Being captive bred from mixed stock, as well as in effect domesticated, meant they were unequipped to either survive in the wild or rebuild regional populations. Hawaii-born Safri, a veteran who served in both the Afghanistan and Iraq wars, used to be a manager for Joe Exotic's Greater Wyandotte Exotic Animal Park for almost 10 years. In 2013, the then 27-year-old was attacked by one of the tigers as he put his arm into its cage by mistake and chose to have an amputation of his left forearm and returned to work within a week, instead of going through a 2-year series of surgeries. He's hoping to get a prosthetic as of March 2020. Yet in 2018, Safri detached himself from the zoo and everyone involved. Media channels criticized Tiger King for misgendering and dead-naming Safri LGBTQ Nation, contrasted Netflix's treatment of Safri with their current partnership with GLAAD, an LGBTQ media watchdog group, on a movement raising transgender visibility in the entertainment industry. On the subject of whether he identified as a trans man, Safri stated in Out magazine, "I don't know if that describes me. Nothing was done. I really just have lived this lifestyle, and, my family knows this, and obviously people closest to me know. This is how I've lived my entire life. I don't know anything else." Safri. On April 6, 2020, it was broadcast that a series entitled Investigating the Strange World of Joe Exotic will premiere on Investigation Discovery. Deadline Hollywood reported on April 8, 2020 that Ryan Murphy is in discussions to produce a film or limited series for Netflix featuring Rob Lowe as Joe Exotic. On May 4, 2020, Variety reported that Nicolas Cage had been cast to play Joe Exotic in an 8-episode TV series based on a Texas Monthly article regarding Exotic. According to Nielsen, Tiger King was viewed by 34.3 million people over its first 10 days of release, ranking as one of Netflix's most successful releases to date. It has been suggested that its viewership success was abetted by the COVID-19 pandemic, which made many international viewers to be limited to their households around the time of its release. The Tiger King series has been so far-reaching that it has even made its way to the Oval Office. At an April press conference about the coronavirus, U.S. President Donald Trump was questioned about the likelihood of absolving the series' key subject, Joe Exotic. Did you find out how to win an Amazon gift card? Be sure to watch again to find out how. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos.